In the world of management, the visible reigns supreme. Dashboard, meeting, official decision, but this facade hides a fundamental truth. The essential happens in the shadows, in what we might call invisible time. This time, made up of informal exchanges, introspection, and subtle adjustments, is indeed the true heart of management. Let's take strategic meeting. Major decisions are not always made round the table. They actually arise upstream in impromptu discussions, behind-the-scenes dialogues, where tensions and ideas are explored, adjusted, and diffused. This invisible work, rarely documented, nonetheless shapes formal decisions. Ignoring it reduces management to its surface, overlooking deep dynamics. But invisible time isn't just limited to this behind-the-scenes preparation. It also seeps into the very decision-making process, which is far from linear. Ignoring it means reducing management to its surface while neglecting deep dynamics. But invisible time isn't just limited to this behind-the-scenes preparation. It also seeps into the very decision-making process, which is far from linear. Deciding in management is indeed about navigating a universe of contradictions, uncertainties, and constant adjustments. Managerial decisions are often seen as simple and rational mechanisms. But the reality is quite different. Deciding means dealing with tensions, uncertainties, and complex interactions. This process relies on three key dynamics. The first dynamic is finding the balance between intuition and logic. A good manager constantly juggles between two forces: intuition, shaped by experience and feelings, and logic, based on objective data. This tension, far from being an obstacle, is a wealth. It is by confronting these two approaches that solutions capable of transcending obviousness are born. For example, when faced with concerning financial indicators, intuition can reveal opportunities or unexpected perspectives that the numbers alone don't show. The second dynamic is behind-the-scenes negotiations. Before any official decision, there is a discrete yet crucial work of influence. Managers are key players. They adjust their ideas to make them acceptable and diffuse resistance. This behind-the-scenes work ensures that the decision will not only be relevant on paper, but also accepted and supported by the entire team. Finally, the third dynamic is daring to be bold in the face of uncertainty. No strategic decision is without risk, but a bold manager sees uncertainty as an opportunity for innovation rather than a hindrance. It encourages us to imagine alternatives, anticipate scenarios, and transform risks into levers for growth. For example, in an economic crisis, a visionary manager might choose to invest in innovative initiatives to prepare for a rebound instead of simply cutting costs. If invisible time is often the hidden engine of managerial decisions, it is still too often ignored because it escapes traditional measurement tools. Yet, it is precisely this often overlooked time that helps to resolve tensions. It nurtures innovation. Here are 4 concrete actions to give it its rightful place. First of all, value strategic slowing down. Giving managers the time to step back from urgency allows for decisions that are often more thoughtful and coherent. The second action is to establish long-term time. Indeed, establishing regular moments for strategic reflection is a fundamental element. These spaces allow for anticipating, exploring scenarios, and building a sustainable vision. We can also recommend encouraging informal exchanges. Encourage strategic coffee meetings or walk and talks, informal moments that build trust, diffuse tensions, and stimulate creativity. Another action is to recognize the importance of micro-interactions. Spontaneous conversations or informal feedback often reveal weak signals or unlock complex situations. These situations, although subtle, are rarely anecdotal. In conclusion, rehabilitating the invisible to move forward better seems to be a fundamental fact. Invisible time is indeed the true engine of management. It's the space where ideas emerge, where relationships strengthen, and where major transformations take shape. Giving it an active role means reconciling, managing with what enriches organizations, the time for imagination, subtle adjustments, and collective energy. It's not just a matter of performance, but of depth and continuous renewal.